Hey everybody, this is Tony Todd. What's happening? You're listening to IT in the D.
Welcome back. Thank you once again for hanging out with us. This is the one and only IT in the D show. I'm your host, Bob Walton-Spiel, hanging out with producer, co-host extraordinaire, Randy Walker. Guest this week, we're very lucky to have Paula Macpherson's in the house. She is the executive director at Velocity and the chair of the Michigan Inventors Summit event that's coming up. She's also on in the Macomb. Oh, the Velocity, if you don't know, is Macomb County's Smart Zone, growing startup community and an incubator. And I am looking forward to talking about this because we just had a bunch of startup people on, and I love continuing this because everybody kind of brings something new and different perspectives to it. But anyway, you can catch us online at itinthed.com. Do us a favor, give us a like on the socials, subscribe to us everywhere fine podcasts are sold.
Our next meetup is next week, Thursday, January 18th.
January.
Why did I do that again? I did that last week.
We're in June.
We're in June. At least you got June this time and not July.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start that again. And I don't know what's going on. The next Detroit side is next week, Thursday, June 18th, 5 o'clock. And we'll be right here at Detroit Shipping Company. Go till about 8 o'clock or so. No speakers, no cover charge. And then we will get the next Ann Arbor side on the calendar soon.
Did we? I thought I booked out till December. Did I not?
For Detroit side, but Ann Arbor we need to book out. They only booked out through this month, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or Greg didn't tell me past this month. I think he's probably having venue issues. So.
Someone told me I need to go out there. And I'm like, I'm going to drive an hour and a half.
Especially during rush hour. It's kind of rough. You work from home. You can do it.
I'm on the east side now.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of east side, Paula, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
No, absolutely. You brought up two things that I literally did. I should be in the know and I'm not in the know. Maybe because I'm not in the startup community or I'm not in the incubator community. But for one, Velocity.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of Spark and I've heard of the one in Detroit. I haven't heard of Velocity. So I guess talk to me about that. Then we'll get into the other stuff.
Yeah. So Velocity is a Michigan Economic Development Corp Smart Zone. We're located in the Innovation District in Sterling Heights. We're a program of Sterling Heights, but we serve all of Macomb County. So we cover 27 communities with our work, which is, it's a lot, you know.
See, now I'm going to stop real quick.
Yeah.
Macomb County gets no love when it comes to like the tech community and the startup community. So I just, for one, but maybe I don't know why that's like, no, just like throwing that out there. Like usually when you think of startups, you're thinking New Lab or you think like Ann Arbor Spark, but like, you know, Macomb County. And then, so I want to get into, but continue that, but I want to double down on what's going on in Macomb County after that.
I do too, because that is a true story. Like we don't get the love when we talk about startups. So Macomb County has, you know, they've had this incubator in Sterling Heights for, 15 years. During COVID, it was largely shuttered and there wasn't really anything going on. They brought in April Boyle, the end of, 2020. She originally was with Build. She was with Pony Ride. She's pretty well known in the ecosystem.
Right.
Yeah. And so her and I had gotten to know each other through mutual friends. And she got tapped to go to Velocity and like kind of reimagine that place. And so then she said, hey, do you want to come along for the ride? I said, yeah, definitely. But the idea was when I started there was always for me to take over from her. And April will tell you, like, I love building planes, but I don't want to fly them once they're built. And I think that's a fun part. And I said, well, listen, I'm not going to stop building this plane. Like, we're going to keep building it. So I worked with her for a couple of years, and then I took over as director about 2.5 years ago. And we've really grown it into something completely different that Macomb County's never seen, because there's not a lot of support, not only for second stage businesses, but for micro enterprise, for, people who are in that ideation stage or invention stage. There hasn't been that type of support before. So we really put together a community that fosters that and supports that. And we do it in a really different way. We've kind of taken like a private equity stance on it. So my background is actually private equity before I came here. That's like a whole nother lifetime and a whole different show and a whole other conversation. Right. But we brought in a PE firm that runs our accelerator. Everything that we do at Velocity is free. So businesses can come to us like idea on a napkin, like, hey, I have this idea. My grandma thinks it's cool. Like, should I do this? And we also work with businesses that are spin out technology. Like manufacturers are incredible, right? Like they have to be industrious. They come up with technology every day on the shop floor to solve for problems that they're having.
Sure.
A lot of times they don't realize that there's value in it, and they don't know how to spin it out of their company and commercialize it and make money off it. So we teach them how to do that, just like we teach people who have this rough idea on a napkin. We help them figure out, how do I finance the thing, and how do I go to market, and how do I make money with this idea?
So I was going to say, because Macomb, the interesting thing when we had Pete Martin on, when he was talking about the companies they're investing in, and here I am thinking it's this app, it's this new chip, it's this. No, it was people doing like actual work in the field, putting those the drones in the sewers and like actual mechanical. And I was kind of floored by that. But like now here I am thinking Macomb County, I'm thinking manufacturing. Is it that way where it's more geared up towards that kind of Rust Belt, these ideas, or is it you still seeing apps? I mean, what's the kind of the mix?
So we're seeing kind of a big mashup of things, right? Because Macomb County has had this long time pent up energy because they haven't had the support. So they've been going to Tech Town. They've been going out to Ann Arbor Spark. And so when I came on board, we brought in the PE firm. They manage the accelerator side. We work with people, whether it's, helping them how to spin out that technology and commercialize it. We help do equity raises, help them apply for grants. A lot of people don't realize that Macomb County is heavy in manufacturing. We have over 1,700 manufacturers in Macomb County alone. And
is that up or is that down? Because I'm thinking of the heyday when like my dad, my uncles worked in tool and die.
Good question. And I'm not really sure. I mean, but we're starting to see kind of a rebirth of a lot of smaller like mom and pop shops too. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize about Macomb County is that it's heavily defense related. Like the corridor between Warren and Sterling Heights.
12 Mile in a Van Dyke that supplied the tanks.
Oh,
well, those apartments were barracks.
Yes,
back in the day. Yeah,
I
grew up in
with
one.
Kids that lived there.
Did
Yeah. So but that's the thing though, is a lot of people don't realize that Macomb County, there is the single largest stretch between those two cities of Warren and Sterling Heights of defense primes.
General Dynamics. Yeah.
More presence there than anywhere else in the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah. And I lived there and grew up, and I didn't realize that. And I heard Mark Hackle speaking a few years ago, and he said, I've kind of coined it like, the defense capital of the Midwest. But if you look across the Midwest, we have the highest concentration of defense primes there. So those manufacturers, people think like automotive. It's not just automotive. It's defense too. It's aerospace. There's a ton of aerospace. People don't realize what's happening in their own backyard.
Aerospace, because I don't know. What do we hear? Just SpaceX, right? We don't hear.
Yeah.
And what's going on here in aerospace?
You name it. I mean, what isn't going on in Macomb County? Like drones. You've got people that are manufacturing parts. We've got some folks in Macomb County that are single source suppliers for parts for the aerospace industry and the defense industry.
Oh. See, it's funny you say drones, because I was reading in your brief talking about like a drone pilot academy.
Yeah.
It's not like the stuff they used to see with the guys racing in the stadiums, right? This is like actual, this isn't for defense. Like what, when you graduate from Drone Pilot Academy, what do you get to do?
Yeah. So we were fortunate enough to get a GEM grant, through, it's the Global Epicenter of Mobility is the name of the grant. We got it from SEMCA. SEMCA came to us and said, hey, listen, we're trying to do some stuff around workforce.
Southeast Michigan.
Oh, man, I knew you were going to ask. Dang it.
That's fine. Google it. I'll Google it.
Southeast Michigan. I'll get back to you on that. So they, what they did is they had this great grant that was for workforce. And, so what we were noticing is that there was a big need throughout the county. A lot of first responders.
Construction Academy.
No, not Construction Academy.
It says Sterling Heights Construction Academy.
Yeah, that's a separate
I see Michigan Works Community Alliance.
That's it. Community Alliance. Thank you.
I like Construction Academy better. Go on.
Yeah. So they came to us with this idea of like, what could you do around workforce? And I'm like, well, that's not really what I'm designed for, but we could take a look and see what we could do. And so we brought in Drone Pilot Academy, brought it to Velocity. And what happens is folks can come in for $500. The other half of that, so it's ordinarily would be $1,000. So out of pocket's $500. We match them with this grant for $500. They come in, they get 16 hours of drone pilot training.
Okay.
We actually get them prepped for the test. They also have their one sitting with PSI exams, which is the proctor for the state of Michigan, for you to get your FAA and your Part 106. So get your FAA trust, your Part 106, plus you get your training hours, and you leave with the drone. It's really cool. You should do it. You should do it.
You want to do it if I do it? Do you not care enough?
Yeah, not really my thing.
These VR goggles. I'll do it with the VR goggles. I won't do it anyway. Do you know?
Is it a sim? Is it?
No, it's not sim. You're flying like actual drones.
Right, but are you looking at a screen or are you wearing VR goggles? If it's VR goggles, I'm in. We'll figure it out. We'll talk.
So
offline.
they've got the ones that have the screen, like actually like on the controllers.
Right.
And then the one that you actually get with the class, the one that's the practice one, is like the uncool one without,
Well,
but it's still, it gives you the practice that you need to be able to effectively, do it, pass the exam. And so, we find we're getting a lot of realtors. We're getting a lot of economic development people.
Speaking of realtors, I'm selling a house. And the inspector came in. I got an offer, and then he says, "Yeah, the inspector threw a drone up on your roof and found a gap in the thing over there." And I'm like, "He flew a drone up there?" I go, "You can't go up there like a ladder,
They don't anymore.
They
The
don't.
insurance industry.
Yeah.
They send a drone out.
Well, then they did a sizzle reel for the Detroit Shipping Company in here, and they flew right through. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of flew right through, and then went downstairs and went down. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like, someone's got to know what they're doing to do.
Yeah, people are starting to use it for weddings, for events, for marketing pieces to market properties. You name it. I mean, people are using.
There's a company in Ann Arbor that does it for
windmill inspections.
windmill. Yeah, the giant wind turbine inspections.
Sky Specs.
Sky Specs. Yeah.
And I mean, really think about it. For a business that you'd ordinarily have to put somebody on a ladder, right?
Yeah.
Now you kind of take like the work comp problems out of it because you're just sending a drone up there with a little camera. And first responders are using it. So for instance, the city that we're housed in, Sterling Heights, they're using it with first responders. So they have it triangulated throughout the city so that when there's an emergency, they don't have to put people in harm's way first. They're sending the drone out to kind of do like a once over of what's going on.
Let's say car chases too. Like if you have a high speed chase, instead of throwing a chopper up there.
Think about how much safer it's making things.
That too.
Yeah. Sewer inspection.
That's crazy.
Trails and parks. State of Michigan is starting to use it for trail and park, trails and parks that in their parks that they would normally maintain. They can now send a drone out to take a look at it. They don't have to put a guy out there on a 4-wheeler. Like they can just
like for
survey it from a distance.
Or for
no, just like to do surveying. Is there a tree down? Does the asphalt need to be redone? Does this road need to be groomed?
Mapping trails that weren't previously mapped. Yeah.
Mapping, you name it. Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah.
I did a project with Google Forestry, and that was nuts because it was like they're trying to do predictive. The utilities were trying to do predictive analytics on where a tree will fall next, so they could get a hold of it before it took down wires.
They're inspecting trees.
People, it's just the stuff that I'm like, God, I would never think of, you know what I mean? Just
what a cool application.
Right, absolutely. But figuring out doing predictive truck rolls on, I'm in consulting and I talk. All I do is talk AI all day. There's that meme that just what do you do all day at work? AI, generative AI. So I didn't want to say it today because we've been talking about AI for so long. But that's another I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
And getting, at day job, I'm doing factory floor stuff now where we're, monitoring RPMs, and just doing first responder stuff, using it. How much has shifted now in velocity?
We're using AI a ton right now, right? To manage. We have a lot of data points that we have to track because not only, we have kind of that intersection of public and private funding. So we have tons of grants. We have federal grants, state level grants, private stuff. And everybody wants different KPIs and different data that we have to track. So we've really put together a pretty serious grouping of AI agents that help us to do that. I mean, I'd be employing so many people just to track data. It's bananas. So, it helps us make more intelligent decisions, most certainly.
Sure. I mean, just one of my favorite episodes, just the eye-opening was we had Dave Williams was on. He was a CIO of Butzel, the big law firm, and just like what AI has done in terms of they don't need to digest these massive books of law. They can basically treat it as, interaction with it. But like, so now kind of pivoting over to the Inventors Summit, how much is it now? Is it like we have a new, because like that's the one thing we were talking with Adam from Adam Youngblood. He was talking about how, I have this idea, I'm baking it. By the time I have lunch with you, and then I'm thinking about taking it to the market, so it's already done. Like how many of those like people coming at you, the inventor, are people actually building like real stuff, or they?
Oh yeah,
is it still just like I have this AI idea, but now it's already?
Yeah, the funny thing is that we're still seeing tech that's coming through, but I feel like it's thinning the herd, right? Because before it was like everybody's like tech developer. And now it's
vibe
like
coding, man.
Yeah. And that, like now, right? Like you can use Claude and you can like spit out like all the code you want. Like I don't know how to build an app, but you know what? In about 20 minutes, I could use Claude or Lovable and I could build one all by myself and never talk to any developer, right? So I think
that was $100,000 10 years ago.
Right. I mean, we've got some that we've worked with that have spent, a couple $100,000 that now, like today, they could do it for pennies.
Yeah.
So, I think it's thinning the herd, and I think it's creating apps and development that are more, they're going to be more thoughtful. They're going to be things that the market actually wants and needs. And it's not going to be this like crush of, like there's 100 people that we see in a year with apps. We're not going to see that anymore.
Okay.
We're going to see a very select few of really savvy people.
Well, it's execution now. I go back to, I worked for a Japanese firm. My boss was from a national from Japan. And he used to always say, you always need two people to dig a well, or two frames of thought. One person that knows where the water is, and then one person to actually grab the shovel.
Yeah.
And I was like, it could be the same person, but like the days of, I got this, because you were talking about the bar napkin ideas and how many, I wouldn't imagine many of those come to fruition. Because we've been sitting at a bar table since we were 20 years old talking about the next big thing.
Right.
And and then we leave the table and no one decides to do anything. It's just,
Listen, I'm a dreamer at heart. I've been hauling around a tub of notebooks of ideas like my whole life. I'm 50 and I still have those books. Like you never know, one of those might hit one day, but we're starting to see a lot of products too, right? Like a lot of products are coming forward because people are looking at ways to, just kind of create a safer, cheaper, faster, better way to do things. Like we saw a guy that came from Michigan Inventors Summit last year. He developed this product that he owns the IP on. He came in from Tennessee, and I can't remember the name of his company, but he had this idea. It was like this slimline, almost like a cherry picker that you would use, like, if you were pulling an engine out of a car, right? But this was for the construction industry to hang cabinets. So like you don't need two guys to show up and hang cabinets anymore. This guy shows up with this like slimline thing, and now it's like, he can snap the chalk line, and then, he can, use all the tools that he's using to make sure the thing's level. And think about it though, right? You could be like a solopreneur cabinet hanger. Like you don't need to hire staff, right? And you can be successful and make great money. And on top of it, you're taking all the work comp worries out of it. You don't have a guy that's like, standing on a ladder holding a cabinet over his head.
Regular on the show is the CTO at Cabinet Works Group. I wonder if we should, I wonder if they know each other. I'll text them.
I told a guy at the show, I was like, do you want to sell this IP? I'll write you a check right now, because by next week, I'm going to have this in every Home Depot and Lowe's Rent-A-Center, guaranteed. I'm like, I'm telling you. So I told him, I said, this year, if you come back and you haven't commercialized this thing, we need to talk about numbers. I'm buying this.
Did he go to market? Did he go to market?
I don't know. He's going to be back this year. I'm going to see where he's at.
Interesting. So talking about Michigan Inventors Fund, like that's a great story. Do you have any like top of mind that like, because again,
like cool products.
Yeah, because like guys, like I'm just saying, like for me as being a techie as I am and being in the industry, like you don't hear about any of the, you know what I mean? Like a couple of the few back in the day, Comerica used to do this contest, but it was all brick and mortar. It was startups. It was Sister Pie and things like that.
Yeah,
but I don't hear
Sister
any.
Pie's great.
Yeah, but I don't hear any of these like ideas. I'm dying to like get
Yeah.
Like,
so like one of the ones that came through our accelerator is Imaggio Glass Design, and they have a proprietary print to glass technology. So in your house, like you have a backsplash on your kitchen, you got the grout. And inevitably, like pizza sauce, pasta sauce, whatever, and you're cleaning the grout, and it's a pain in the pants. You got to maintenance it. So they came up with this technology to they could print anything on glass, anything. So they could make it look like subway tile. And when you're looking at it, it looks like subway tile. But when you get up to it and touch it, it's just a straight sheet of glass, no grout lines. So their tagline is "Grout is out." And I met them about 3 years ago.
3D printed.
It's proprietary, man. I can't tell you the secret. I have
Fair.
an NDA.
Fine.
But the cool thing with it is they've adapted it now, right? And so people are doing showers. I'm thinking about my own shower at home, like dreading cleaning that grout once a week. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do that anymore with this technology. And they've done this all over the place. So they've put this in hospitals, it's in commercial spaces, it's in houses. They've been doing at racetracks. So, like people who are really into racing and they have like these fancy garages. Mm-hmm, yeah. They've done these garages, like these whole walls with like custom stuff. People hire them to do custom murals. So that's one example, right, of somebody that goes to Michigan Inventors Summit with the coalition. Another great one that I met, this wasn't anybody that came through our accelerator, but I met him there, and he has this product called Push and Grow. And it's so simple, stupid, but genius. So it's these like popsicle sticks, basically, and they're like imprinted with like, maybe it's cucumbers or tomatoes or beans or sunflowers, whatever. And he's got the seeds, and they're like gelatinized stuck on there. And then they have like a mark on them. So it shows you how far into the dirt you need to push it.
That's cool.
It is super cool, right? And so think about it. Like this could be used as a fundraiser for somebody.
Yeah.
This could be used like in schools with children.
People with not green
them.
thumbs like me.
Right. Yeah. Like it's just like a fun kind of kitschy thing, but it's also like this learning tool for like an early gardener, children, adults alike. I saw it there and I was like, this is so incredible. Like, give me 9 of them. I'm giving them to
your
everybody.
Garden and like a third of it comes up because you did it wrong somehow.
Or you're like, oh, what was that? What did I plant there?
So when I just got a day job like 4 months ago, new one, and they send you the backpack with all the stuff.
Yeah.
One of them is a little, almost like a coffee mug. A coffee mug. What is it? It doesn't have a handle on it. What is this? And it had seeds in it. And it's basically like a little thing of dirt, and you basically grow it. And I'm like, I never grew a thing in my life. And so I decided to grow it. I'm the only one out of the entire team that it's actually, now we had to take it out of that pot and put it in a big pot. It's like this massive, huge plant.
That's awesome.
Right?
So you had like a hidden green thumb that you didn't know about.
All I did was, I just made sure and watered it.
Do you guys remember like Chia Pets?
Yes.
Yeah.
I failed miserably at Chia Pets like many times.
We have a Richard Simmons one going next to this plant on
That's
the kitchen
awesome.
that has the bald spot on the top, like what is it to the side? What is that haircut called? Just bald on the Jason Alexander look.
That's great.
Didn't get the full fro.
That's great. Yeah. So you see it like a wide variety of stuff, right? Like you see people with things that are related to construction industry, healthcare industry, beauty, pet, you name it. It's there, and it's.
So walk me through the process. Is it just like is it like Shark Tank, or is it a pitch competition?
So this year we are adding back the pitch competition. They didn't have it last year. We are adding it this year. We actually got New Economy Initiative. I don't know if you've ever met Wafa Denaro. So she actually pledged to us $5,000. So she's kind of seeding that, and so we're doing awards for that this year. People can go right onto miinventors.org, and you can apply for the pitch competition. To exhibit at this show, it's only $60 to exhibit. And lunch is included. Plus you get one ticket with the $60 and you get a table. It's at the Kellogg Center on July 9th, up by MSU. And $20 for attendee tickets. I mean, you kind of can't beat it. And there's always investors in the room, and people actually come from out of state. We had investors that came from Milwaukee. We had investors from Ohio, kind of all over the Midwest, like people unassuming, like you're just sitting next to a guy and you're like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. What do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm an investor. And you're like, holy cow, didn't even know you were here. Ken Johnson. Have you guys ever played Phase 10, the game Phase 10?
Yeah.
So the inventor of Phase 10, which I'm a big card game nerd.
It's a card game.
Card game,
card game like Uno or.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know he's still making money off that today? Like 30 some years later, 35 years later? Yeah.
Games are lucrative.
It's amazing. And
My buddy is a magician, and when he broke his arms falling out of a truck, like loading gear, and so he didn't know what to do, so he started making products to sell. And he just got inducted in the Michigan Magicians Hall of Fame, which I didn't even know was a real thing. But he made napkin roses. So you know how people spin bar napkins into a rose?
Yeah.
He colored the top red and the bottom green, and he still sells them to this day. Yeah, and then he has like a nun trick that like Muhammad Ali did. Like he actually bought it from, like he sells these, like he still sells them. And he's like, I don't even, because I barely have the website going. And he goes, I get orders like crazy.
The simplest stuff is
the damn
the
scrub buddy in my sink, in my kitchen sink. Yeah. I go back to that Shark Tank episode. I go, it's a GD sponge with a smile.
I know.
And in billions.
I know. I know. It's amazing.
And I'm like, I'm over it because we're all thinking about this revolutionary thing, and it's always the simple thing.
It's always the simple thing. It's like keep it simple, man.
So, what level are the competitors? Are they ideation?
Some of them will be ideation stage. Okay. Some of them might already be in market. Okay. They may have some revenue. They might not be at profit yet, but some of them are already out there.
Pre-revenue.
Pre-revenue. But you could be at revenue and not be profitable. I mean, that happens all the time. We see it constantly. But yeah, we have Kevin Moran will be there. So he's helped a lot of people get products into stores. He's helped a lot of people spin up on Amazon. That's a whole nother animal. We have Marilyn Nash from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office will be there speaking, which is cool. We'll have our friends.
That's a big thing with I was just thinking legal now, like NDA is like, here I am pitching this idea. And then you have all these other people that are also inventors. And is it an unwritten rule? Is there a process? Do you have to sign something? Like what I see here, I stays here.
No, we don't. I mean,
I guess you're just up for luck. If someone wants to run with it, let them have it. Type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're showing up, hopefully you've got plans in place to protect it. Right. If not, hopefully you're working with your local smart zone to get that work done. But I think there's kind of that fine line, right? It's like making sure that you're talking about your idea in the right rooms. With people that could partner with you, that could commercialize it, that could fund it. But, not talking about it so widely that you're giving like everyone and their mother your idea.
See, I've been talking about an app idea for 10 years, 15 years. This all started from a meetup. Mm-hmm. And I wanted a better way to find, like if I'm in a room with 405, but we had these pink slip parties that had 1,500 people. Like, how do I find the 10 people that can help me? So we were talking about having this like meeting app where like, hey, I'm here. Here's my 10 keywords that I'm good at. And if someone wants to look for someone like that, then it kind of sends out a bat signal, and I'm like, I don't know if I would like cry or laugh or smile if someone did like made that. So I've never seen a good one. A couple things have come out for like the corporate exhibitor.
Yeah. Like things. Conferences and stuff.
Yeah. Cause I'm going to Databricks in a couple next week and I have an app. But it's not to meet anyone. Like this is more for like a digital handshake almost,
Yeah, you should do it. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I can vibe code it now. So
yeah, I mean, come on, man.
I don't know what.
And you're in Macomb County. You can come to Velocity, so I can help you with some grants and stuff.
I will. I might hit you up on it.
Yeah,
no, it's because I don't know what it.
We can cover your legal work.
I don't know what it would look like. That's the thing that always bothers me because I'm not thinking about me because me's easy because I want to go meet everybody.
Right.
I'm thinking about like that one person that has this weird niche that wants to meet that one person with a weird niche, and then when it does buzz, like how do you connect? Hey, I'm here by the bar. You know what I mean? Nothing feels natural like how it's supposed to play out. The idea is one thing, you know what I mean? But it's like how it executes is.
Well, I have a whole team of people that help people who hit those roadblocks.
I'm gonna hit
That's
you
what
up.
we do.
All
That's
right,
what we do.
All right.
Yeah.
You're focusing too much on the implementation. You got to get to what's the user story first.
Yeah.
Why are they using it? What are the outcomes? And then as you solidify those ideas, it'll come into
what's the problem that you're solving? Who's got the problem? And then
it's that sea of people, and I need 3 Java developers. That was our old. Like, I have to talk to 400 people before I get to those 3.
Right.
Can I just find them now?
And
that was the thing. It was me. It was the expedited networking.
I feel like trade shows should just be like everybody wears a t-shirt and you have a QR code on the back and like your capability statement and your resume and your LinkedIn and everything. Like so you just snap it and then you're like, oh, hey, wait, I want to talk to you.
So we did that at the meetups. We said if you were hiring, you had a big lanyard. If you were looking, you could only put your first name and what you do in one sentence. Like 2 keywords. Your first name, because no one's going to read your last.
Yeah.
So if somebody walks by, that was our way to bridge that.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Or I mean, maybe you do like the concert thing, like, when you go to concerts and like they have like the bracelets. So like when you get close to the person that you match with, like your bracelets start going off.
Yeah, I was thinking like you can use maybe the proximity sensors.
Yeah, it would be like fun, like a Find My Friends kind of thing.
Or what I think Lyft does, where it flashes a certain color on the screen and like look for the car with the teal light, or look at.
See, I didn't want to be like, because the Chambers did that. If you're in insurance, you got an orange one, and if you're in
this would just
healthcare, you get red.
Once you meet up, then like you're looking for that person. Like the 2 of you are the only teal people because you're linked, and it just cycle through colors or
your strobe thing you do at bartenders all the time. That's how he orders drinks at loud bars. He puts it on the app. It's the most obnoxious.
Oh, you put it on like the strobe, like
the giant letters,
thing?
No, it's I can just type text and then make it flash.
People think he's deaf, so they sign him back. I'm just like,
no.
Oh my God.
It's a good way to get attention.
I'm stealing that.
Gin and tonic over his head, like the end scene from John Cusack.
It's better than shouting, what? Gin and tonic. No, tonic.
See, I hate when he's right.
Gin.
He's right. He's right.
That's awesime.
What
I
kind
love
of
it.
gin?
I think it's
Gin.
awesome. I think it's awesome. Yeah.
But it's something like that where you can again, execution.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
You got to make it like creative, kitschy, and cool. Like you got to make people like want.
Because nobody likes LinkedIn, but everybody's stuck with LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn is like stuffy, but Facebook is like
Facebook's dead.
Yeah.
Facebook dead. Like you try to go through your feed, it's like 75% is either someone you don't follow that they're telling you to follow, or it's like yes, I looked up driveway seal coating, and now every 3rd thing is driveway seal coating.
Yes.
I just got recently notifications like try Facebook Verified or whatever their thing is now for our Meta account for $1 to get more engagement on your content. Like, I'm not here for engagement. I'm here so that my friends see what I'm doing and I can see what my friends are doing.
Their algorithms are terrible.
I turned it into Scrapbook.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I almost died this weekend. I'm old. Pre-cell phone pictures were on a Casio 3.1 digital camera.
Whoa, dude.
And I would take pictures like for a month and I would dump them and I'd label them. Wow. And I had it. So then I upload them all to Google Drive.
Okay.
And I knew I had them on a thumb.
Mm-hmm.
But Google Drive now, they're all gone. So I was looking for old Germany pictures and I'm like, they're all gone. And I look it up and I go, all of a sudden my photos are missing from Google Drive. It's a thing. So they must have said either push it onto photos and I didn't see the notification.
Yeah.
And then I realized I have a terabyte hard drive with all my music on it. And I backed it up on that. So like now I'm like, now it's
You're like, thank you yesterday, me.
Oh my God. Yeah. But now it's on photos.google. Now I put it onto Amazon. Now I put it on another terabyte drive.
Yeah,
so
I have
now
Amazon.
I'm not like, these are all when my kids are born. Like, I'm like, oh my God, Disney pictures with the kids when I thought they were all gone. I was like, I didn't even want to tell the fam I was having a panic attack. Found it all. So now I'm like,
that's a lot of pressure too, right? Like, sorry, your childhood disappeared.
Right. You have the stuff from 2007 on when Dad got a BlackBerry, but before that, nothing. Are you like the process? Just the summit now. when is it and how do you go?
So July 9th, it is miinventors.org. Everything you need is there. Everything about parking, if you want to get a hotel.
What's attendance look like?
Attendance, I think last year we had like a little over 200. So we expect, about the same showing. We had about 90 booths, which was great. Yeah, it was great.
I'm going to invent, you know what I'm going to invent? I moved from a city house to, I have property now.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my first weed whipper
Mm-hmm.
and I chewed through 5 reels of nylon.
Yeah.
And then I bought that steel thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't attach it to it because I bought an Ego one. And I'm like, is it me? I go, there's got
to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way.
Invent it.
Right?
Invent it.
Just not that.
Yeah.
It seems so, like the nylon reel thing seems so just like.
Antiquated.
Oh my God. I know they make the other, like the nylon blades and all that, but like, I just want it done. Like, it's got to be.
We could always hire a service and then you just put that thing on Facebook Marketplace and move on.
It's not a bad. See, this is the way I was for my whole life. That's the way I was. I'm like, I want to start doing stuff. And then I'm like, I hate my life.
Yeah.
A rock got me in the shin. I'm bleeding. And like, I got grass all over. I got an allergy attack from like, whatever.
What are you doing? Hire a service. Be done with it. I mean, there's some kid on your block who needs to make $25 a
pretty
week.
Sure
Let
Long
him have
Guru
it.
is still going strong.
Is Long Guru?
I'm pretty sure they're still going
I
strong.
tried to use them for something and nobody responded.
So you said like 90 tables. Are all the tables also doing the pitch competition or is that separate?
No, pitch competition you've got to apply for. And you don't have to be exhibiting to pitch. I mean, let's face it, some people may still be a little bit early ideation stage. And we'll have some breakout sessions. So we have one session just around, marketing and just, how to effectively like get the word out about your business. We have Catalyst Media Factory. We'll be there talking about PR and, crafting your story and really, doing a good job at telling your story. And then I have another friend of mine, Leah Nosita. She does a lot of work with Detroit PAL. She works for Lois Foundation and she also does a lot with Detroit Economic Club. And so she does a lot of teaching around how to effectively network and how to socially sell. Because that's the other thing, too, for a lot of entrepreneurs is they're great inventors, they're great visionaries. They're the one who probably is positioned best to sell, but a lot of them are also like kind of, like sometimes socially awkward or don't really understand how to read the room.
We have a networking group. We know what tech people are like and smart people are like. Yeah,
I got to hook you guys up with Leah. So she's great. She really teaches people how to read the room, how to read the body language, and how to effectively network too, right? Because you go to an event and, you don't have time to talk to everybody, but you need to go in there with like a mission of like, 2 or 3 important people that you're going to meet. And so she's going to be talking about that and how you zero in on that, make the most of your time.
I'd be interested. Yeah. Just thinking about how I would do that. I'm just like, we fix this. The problem is you have people, being in big tech, you have people in big tech companies going, oh my God, we got the fastest cloud. We got the best cloud ever. And what if I don't want a fast cloud? I want a secure cloud, right? Nobody asks what's important. What if I want
a cheap cloud?
Or cheap, right. But like finding that out or like we fix problems like on the factory floor. Well, I don't own a factory. You know what I mean?
I don't have those problems.
People get into pitch stuff way too early about their features and benefits and like.
They forget to ask questions.
They forget to ask.
Like, what do you want? What do you need? What's your pain point in your business?
What sucks?
Yeah.
I wish more people just go, what sucks?
Yeah.
It gets down. Tell me the top 5 things that suck.
Yeah.
I can fix number 3. Do you want to talk more? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But then getting people to open up like it's your business problems to strangers. You know what I mean? It's very,
There's a way to do it
100%.
and there's a way to do it well. But, I think people buy from people they know and they like and they trust, right? So if you don't build some kind of rapport with them and find some kind of
they also buy from people that they vouch for. Like we found during doing the show for so long, like the CIO network, they'll text going, who are you buying for this? And I go, oh, this person, right? And so like getting vouched for is almost as good as anything.
Yeah. A warm intro goes a long way.
100%.
Always 1000%. But
you excited about seeing anything this year? Do you get a preview?
I'm seeing everybody that's registering. So there's a lot of new stuff that I'm definitely excited about. I'm also really excited. We're bringing, it's one of our clients, fundraiser blankets. They saw a space in the market for fundraising. You know, everybody's been buying like pizza kits and cookie dough.
Pizza kits for more expensive than getting one hot at the store.
I know, you get it hot and ready. And
Don't get me started.
And the one that you get at the store doesn't have freezer burn on it. So there's that.
Exactly.
So, you know.
I actually prefer the pizza kits to the store pizzas.
Well,
they're from the same brand.
So I brought you guys the blankets.
Yeah.
You're going to love the
You
blankets.
didn't bring us pizza kits?
No. Forget those pizza kits. I'm over those pizza kits. So what they did is they saw kind of a hole in the market of like, you know, with their own children. So it's two sisters that started it. One is a veteran and the other one is a retired teacher. And they said, you know, hey, there's this space that we could fill with a product that somebody might actually want. And so you go to them with your blanket. They have lots of different styles, different levels. And you buy the blanket from them. They'll graphically design it for you. So you can send them your logo and you can send them as much or as little as you've got. And they will design like 3 or 4 different things for you to pick from. It gets printed. It's dye sublimated. I have one at home that we've washed like a gazillion times and the thing still looks brand new. They're super soft and amazing. The cool thing with them is when they came to us a couple of years ago, you know, they had a great business and we've been working with them through our accelerator and they've grown by leaps and bounds. They were just on Shark Tank and they just got a deal with Lori and Barbara, which is exciting. So I can't wait because they're going to be the keynotes because, you know, I think a lot of entrepreneurs are like, oh, you know, I want to get on Shark Tank or I want Marcus Lemonis to call me. And it's like, you know, it's different than you think. So hear about it from somebody who's done it. So, you know, they're going to be great. You know, just kind of talking about their experience of figuring out supply chain and all of the different challenges that they've had along the way and how they've solved for them on the fly and, you know, all the way up through, you know, getting the deal on Shark Tank and their business like exploding overnight, you know, all good problems to have,
Even if you don't get a deal on Shark Tank, though, I've heard like the sales go up exponentially.
Oh, just getting on there is amazing. Yeah. Just getting.
Well, that's the one thing I always, not to bring up a beef with Shark Tank, but here I am. The ones that way overvaluate, and you could just smell it. They're just here for the pub, and they're not here to actually get an investor. And I'm like, you know,
they're like $5 million for 3.2% of my business.
Just edit them out of the show at that point, because you know what they're doing, and it's like, or police it anyway.
Yeah. Well, so I love that show, and my husband gets annoyed, but
I was addicted to it.
Oh my God, I love it, and I'm always like, oh my God, their pre-money valuation is so out of line. You know, my husband's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It goes in the
Here's the thing:
room.
after we see all the valuations of these companies that don't make anything yet, or like, you know, even like look at the OpenAI, their value, like. Yeah. I don't even, there's no one that can say openly that they'll understand it. It's baseball cards. It's whatever you'll pay for it.
It totally is. It's what the market will bear. It's totally what the market will bear. The one I loved though more than Shark Tank was The Profit with Marcus Lemonis.
I was going to bring that one up too.
I love him. I totally
My
love
favorite
him.
part of what his show, did you ever watch his? So it was like Shark Tank, but he would get in the weeds. Okay. So he would say, hey, here's a company they want to get bought. And he would pull out like basically the process, the people and the product and see what they're doing. But what he ended up doing is, I'm going to buy this company. This company buys a lot of signs, so I'm going to go buy the sign company. So it became this self-serving thing for him to like get out all of his suppliers and become a Japanese trading company, basically.
I mean,
where they sell to each other.
Figures out the ancillary services game, and then he's like, okay, I'm going to wrap all these services around your business.
Right. You know, you pay this much cost. Now I'm just going to buy it. You know?
I don't
the British
care.
and Canadian version, Dragon's Den. I think it's better than Shark Tank. Like Shark Tank is based off of it, but Dragon's Den is cool.
I actually know a girl that was just on there, Gulshan Banyo. I met her. She's from the UK and she's amazing. And I met her. She was here in Michigan and she happened to be at our building for a meeting with somebody. And then she was sitting in the lobby and I was like, hey, did you like find who you were trying to meet or whatever? And she's like, oh yeah, my meeting's done. I'm just waiting for my Uber. And I'm like, okay, cool. And we're like chatting and I'm like, oh, you've been sitting here a while. I'm like, do you want like a coffee or whatever? She's like, yeah. And then I don't know, I think her Uber canceled or something. So we ended up sitting there and like hitting it off. We talked for like an hour and then we still like talk all the time. And so she created this women's self-defense business and she's got it like all over the world. It's like, it's in Ireland now, it's in England, it's in India. And she's like teaching women how to build these like fitness, like facilities. And they teach self-defense for women. It's this system that she developed. And I love her. She like has this amazing energy. Awesome. So she called me and she was like, you're not going to believe it, dude. I'm going to be on Dragon's Den. I was like, no way. So it was like,
I always felt like the products were fake, like it wasn't real. Like everyone that was, it was like this, edible glue, or it was like this weird, like that isn't real, and it's Canadian, so it's it's fantasy land. But it's been a blast talking to you. We'll cut you loose.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the Inventors Summit. It's my inventors.
M-I.
Do I say my
.org.
.org. Awesome. Paula Macpherson, find you on LinkedIn. Or not.
You can find me on LinkedIn.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not hard to find.
All right, fair.
I'm easy to find.
I was gonna say, so the world's got to align somehow, because of the fact that we haven't met. I'm like, okay, now it changes. I'm gonna go have coffee.
I know.
We're gonna talk.
I know. That's awesome. I love it.
All right, cool. We're gonna wrap this episode up of the IT and the D show. On behalf of Bob and Randy, do us all a favor: drink up your drinks, get your phone numbers. You don't gotta go home. You just gotta get the hell out of here. See you next week. Drive careful. Beat it.